I saw the thread, pulled it slow. One lie led to another one I know. You sold a story, laced in gold. The truth don't bend when the room gets cold. I kept receipts in my chest. You said my name like I was next. Now you at me with that fake surprise. Cause I said it plain and I looked in your eyes. Fate got a way of calling a bluff when the mask slips off. The truth gets rough. I don't chase shade, I don't chase smoke. I speak what I know, then I let it go. I stand on facts, I stand on facts. Say it to my face, I stand on facts. You can't twist that, you can't tax that. Truth came through, I stand on facts, I stand on facts. I stand on facts. If you build on lies, then it all comes back, 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 back. Now they all out when the lights hit. Funny how the real makes the fake shift. You threw names around like a cheap spark, but truth got teeth and it leaves a mark. I don't need applause, I need clean hands. I don't fold up for your crooked plans. You mad I said what the room knew too. I exposed the seams, now the seam don't move. Fate got a way of calling a bluff when the mask slips off. The truth gets rough. I don't chase shade, I don't chase smoke. I speak what I know, then I let it go. I stand on facts, I stand on facts. Say it to my face, I stand on facts. You can't twist that, you can't tax that. Truth came through, I stand on facts, I stand on facts. I stand on facts. If you build on lies, then it all comes back. What you fear is your own voice. What you hid was a real choice. Now it's here in the open air. Every lie you fed left you bare. I stand on facts, I stand on facts. Say it to my face, I stand on facts. You can't twist that, you can't taste that. Truth came through, I stand on facts, I stand on facts. If you build on lies, then it all comes back, 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 back.
Hey everyone, I've got a lot to get through today. And no doubt this is going to be pissing a couple of people off, but it is what it is. I am done holding my tongue. Done. Finished. I am not going to be out here watching every single thing that I say because it's going to be twisted. I say, hey Plotter. Hey Kaza, hey Watchers, hey Loki, hey Illy, and Dark Matter, how are you? Hope you're all good. Let me address a couple of things. There's somebody out here dragging me and throwing shade for the last month who I have continuously said that I have no beef with. I have no argument with. I withdrew support, said I would support from afar, and that's exactly what I've done. This person is constantly complaining because of people's links that I hit, saying that I don't hit hers. When I hit yours, you dragged me for days afterwards. You'd play in my face as well as everybody else's. We went up on your panel and explained why we didn't want to be associated with certain people. It's your channel. You can run it how you see fit. But if you think you get to crash out just to have numbers in your chat and double standards of people coming over, hitting your link to what? Stroke your fucking ego? While you fucking pander to the same people who were dragging you only a couple of months ago? I got tired of being attached to everything that you said, when even though I continuously said I didn't often agree with how far you would go and with the things that you would say. But yet I was always tagged to, this is what I support, that is what I support. One more thing before that goes out of my mind. The only right-hand man I ever had is my husband. Nobody else. I'm not responsible for what anybody else says. If somebody comes in here and supports me, I would give the same back, go over to them, show up, put a like in their comment, say hello to people, and move on. Unless the topic is something that I can relate to, I move on. So whatever people's history are out here and whatever arguments they have, I don't have to vet my subs or fucking subscribers. I don't have to look into anybody's background. Which seems to be a narrative that's still spilling. So let me set the record straight here, Vampy. Let me be clear. You have been going with a narrative that people looked you up, which is absolute bullshit. You gave your name on this platform. You gave your name. You gave your address. I have never asked you for your address. I have never sent you anything other than Cash Apps. Or not Cash Apps, sorry, we don't have Cash Apps outside of over here. They don't exist outside of America. But you were given super chats. And the narrative was run that we were telling you what to do and who to drag. No such fucking thing. You were a troll out here. There isn't anybody you didn't drag. Nobody. I remembered almost a year ago asking you not to be dragging your subs. Your subs are your channel, but yet here you are out here acting like some fucking sort of celebrity with a fan base. That you can treat anybody like fucking shit. And they're supposed to keep coming back for more. No. This isn't about you making up with anybody. This is about how duplicitous you fucking are. This is about all your fake accounts that you go around on online, stirring the pot. People support other bigger content creators out here and are perfectly entitled to go where they like and support who they support. You don't just have subscribers in your channel. You have CCs too. So when you think it's funny to go in on people and drag them because you feel a fucking certain way, then that's on you. People are going to remove themselves because they don't want to be caught up in some bullshit that you're fucking creating. So then when we leave, how fucking dare you? How fucking dare you make up a narrative that white people fucking left you? And feed a narrative to people that you're fucking pandering to go back to when there's no issue to begin with. You're talking about me going after black women. I specifically sat in your fucking chat asking you not to have Joe over there. Not to have fucking Stormy in there. Not to have Jelly in there. They're all fucking white. White. And Maggie called you what she called you because it is what you fucking are. You have facilitated this all along, and so has she. She's no different. None. You want to get up here and make this about something that never was? You made the Bigfoot fucking video. Myself, Nick, and Jane got to carry that burden. And as for this about you taking a week off, that's a fucking lie. The last week you took off, and it was more than a week, you went missing. And at the same time this was happening, Star was given a narrative saying that her mother was receiving troll fucking voice messages from you, but you weren't around. So you know what, Vampy? People actually cared. Because the people that were dragging you didn't give a shit. You weren't around. People who did know your name and your area, checked the fucking hospitals, checked everywhere, and then it came up you were in jail. And even when it was said that you were in jail and a couple of people knew, nobody made a content ever. So maybe you're feeling a little bit low-key fucking put out by that. Maybe you wanted to come out and have everybody talk about it. That's the level of support that you had. Nobody out here knew it. It was never brought to the forefront until you brought it. You brought it. So then you go missing again. And all I did was send you a message after 2 days saying, hey, I'm just checking in, are you okay? That's it. You wrote back, is this Snoopy? I says, yeah, that was it. It wasn't any big dramatic anything. But here's something. Fuck you. Fuck you and fuck you again. You go live, you fucking hide your lives, you private them. You kick off about the people that I have in my chat. Let me tell you something. I supported your chat even when you didn't come over here. I'm not that fucking petty where I count the times that you came over. And if I was to count them, it wouldn't fill one hand. But I still showed up as your mod and I still showed up and gave you support, and not once did I ask where it was for me. Instead, you turned it into some sort of fucking jealous competition as to numbers and thinking that you could drag me to get people in and jump in a fucking bandwagon that I'm racist when I'm not. And Jane, you don't fucking deserve the support that you got, and I stand on that. I shouldn't have stayed for as long as I did. I should have fucking left the first time and stayed gone. You can't keep crashing out on people, lying about them, and then expecting them to turn back up and hit your link. For you to sit there and be duplicitous in their fucking faces and have your ego stroked as to how talented you are and whatever you want to do. And let me tell you something else. I might be over here talking about Maggie and Golden and whoever else. Make no mistake, you do the exact same fucking thing. The exact same thing, if not worse. Because there's been many things that you said. You said I called out Ben. You were over pandering to him last week. You were over in his chat last week, Vampy. I'll hit any link I fucking want. I don't need anyone's fucking approval. If I'm comfortable, I'll do it. If I want to address somebody who's lying about me, I'll do it. And if you feel away, that's a you problem. None of this was needed. I didn't even want to make this public. I said over and over and over. There was no problem. There still isn't. But you know where I stand because I said it to you the last day I was on your panel. I will support you from afar. But that's not good enough. People are supposed to be there, to be at the brunt end of your fucking madness and your abuse, because let's get this straight, it's no different than anybody else out here doing it. You just might make it funny every now and again. There isn't a CC you haven't attacked. There isn't an area you haven't brought up. You're talking about a CPS call. You've spoken on children. You said nasty shit on children. Nobody left you to deal with anything because I had spent months carrying you and what you had said and having to defend you. Having stuff associated to me that you had said to other people in a back and forth that you cannot let go. Every time you would go live, you would bring them up. Every single time. And then I get attached to an old video of you crashing out all the time. Like it has something to do with me when it doesn't. So yeah, people kind of got pissed off, Vampy, when it got to the Bigfoot fucking song that was made by you. You made it. And allowed a narrative because you wouldn't come forward and say it. But now you're making up lies and saying that you were taken off for a week. That's bullshit. I messaged you the minute You came off live because I didn't want to address it on the live with you. So did other people. It wasn't about the Discord. You're not a celebrity. Nobody wanted you there all the time. It functioned quite well when you weren't there, as well as when you were, which wasn't often. Nobody had any expectation on you, but you're out here acting like you're a celebrity, and here's my time that I give you, and outside of that, fuck you all. But when I go live, what you're looking for is a fucking co-host. Giving out about subscribers, not hitting your fucking panel. And in the same breath then giving out when somebody goes up and you go quiet and you're being asked, are you still here? Because of whatever the fuck you're doing in the background. So enough. Do you keep dragging me? Now it's public. I've had enough. It's been over a month. But now you know where you stand. Now you know why people will not go back. You are feeding a narrative that does not exist because you're pandering to people who would not accept you. You threw Stormy out with the eye, lime skies. You threw her out, pandering to Jelly. And then Jelly put up a fucking post saying that she would never forgive you. And then you had to do damage control. You would throw anybody out to have Joe, no matter how much you drag her. How many times did you unblock her and lie to your subscribers and mods and say that she was gone when she wasn't? Same with Stormy. All people tried to do was advise you, that's it. Nothing else. It's your channel. But you don't get to complain when subscribers do not align with that shit and leave. If you lost a multitude of subscribers because you backed white fucking racist, that's on you. It's on you. If people walk, that's not about me. It's about you and how you align with people. Well, you'll do anything for a click and a view, and by all means, go fucking live and crash out on me. I don't give a shit, and I'm not taking it no more. I'm not taking it. But you are left to carry what you created with people. You hold that. That's your responsibility. That was your chaos that you created going from channel to channel. Not anyone else's. You went trolling people. But then all of a sudden you want to get taken seriously as a CC. But you don't stand on shit. You haven't got any principles, Vampy. You bend with the fucking wind. You're fickle as fuck. But by all means, if you, hey Maria, by all means, if you want to have a channel that's all laughing and having a laugh, that's great. But when you made the Bigfoot post, or the song that was put out, and then Golden and Amani, who was tagging half of YouTube and saying that this was racist, nowhere did you come out and say, well, actually, the 3 white women you're blaming had nothing to do with this. And the 3 white women you are saying that are setting me up to do things have never, ever asked you to do or say anything about anyone. As a matter of fact, we asked you not to. And not content enough with the Bigfoot, what did you do the next day? Gully Gator against against Golden. And then that gave her more ammunition to keep going and saying, look at this. You created all of those yourself. Had nothing to do with me, Nick or Jane. Nothing. The stuff you were saying about them had nothing to do with us. Well, you were quite content to sit back and let everybody else fucking hold that. Nick did a live. You hid in the bushes. Let's be honest here. You hid in the fucking bushes because you actually like when other people are being dragged. You get to sit back and snigger and fucking sneer because you're incapable of supporting anybody. But yet you want a fan fucking club and to treat you like a celebrity. It doesn't work that way. It really doesn't. So it's fuck you. And fuck you again. Now that's Vampy. All I will say is she's hurt an awful lot of people. Attacking subscribers for nothing. Jumping on a bandwagon because she's flip-flopping. Trying to make up for the shit that she did. And make it look like it was other people. And they're just supposed to put up with it. You're saying I went after black women. How dare you? That's hurtful, considering all I ever did was support you. Nothing else. All I ever did was support you. When all I got in return was venom and childish bullshit about how many people was in my fucking chat opposed to yours. So keep shading. It's out there now. People aren't coming back as a result of you vamping, not anybody else, but you. Nobody had a problem who you made up with. Let's get that crystal clear. Nobody did. But just because you make up with people doesn't mean you get to decide for the people in that chat who they want to be around. And that's it. I stand on principles. I've never fucking said any different. And that's all I have to say to you. And outside of that, come hit my fucking link. Come on over. Show up. Instead of crashing out. And one more thing you're saying about playing clips, showing screenshots. You didn't invent Game of Thrones, but you set your art based off that. That's no different. You dragged Golden. You dragged everybody. You made diss songs. And nobody else had an input into that but you. You were asked to come clarify that this was down to you and we had no input into it, and you would not even do that. And then you're a victim. You're in good company. Now you're in great company. The people that play victim. And just on that, I want to play a couple of things. There's a few other things I need to get through. Golden, this part is for you. A couple of days ago, Golden finally admitted that she went live on me after lying and lying and lying and saying that I went for her. No, she admitted that she came for me because of Ralph and because of the stuff that was said about Ralph. But what I want you to play, what I want you to listen to is where I play Maggie. And Maggie is telling Golden that it was her that came up with the racist stuff. And Golden is being a puppet and running around and carrying on and fueling that narrative to a point that some fucking people have believed it. It is absolutely disgusting that when you can't find a receipt and then when you have nothing to go at somebody about, you lie. Maybe that's why you have very little in your chat. You go 6-7 hour fucking lives talking about your principles, your morals, and how passionate you are about things, and then you sit with a fucking racist. You make excuses for her. I don't hate anybody. Nobody. You seem determined that you were going to come out and make a name on this. Walk your fucking talk. How can you sit and say this is what I'm about and I'm passionate about this while you go over to Jelly and you fucking say it to Jelly? We all say things in the privacy of our own home. Let me pull that receipt up for you because you called me a liar on Kimmy's. I'm about to refresh your fucking memory. Now let me pull this up. You want to talk about cyberstalking? Take a look at that. Everything on our page is me. What I've done, what I've shared, all my lives. Let me just pull these up for you. Okay, where else? Okay. I had put up a post and I had said about Golden. And I had said, this is the reason. This is the problem when people call shit out, that you have other people going back making excuses for it. That's what I said. That's what I stand on. Nothing has changed. Nothing. This is the sort of stuff I'm talking about. This is after the reparations comment that Jelly had said, right? And about how people should be grateful. This is what she goes over doing. We can't let ourselves be divided. There seems to be a push yet again for that, right? She all thinks that this is about division. People calling Jelly out. And Jelly saying that she made an apology. She made numerous, but she continued the fucking same thing, Golden. You make it about you can't trust me. You've had people in your own community come to your panel and explain to you the damages she did, including making a profile of Shanta, a black woman, on Facebook. But that's okay, right? You get to call that out with everybody else, but not with somebody else. Not with the people you sit with, right? They're immune. They're immune from being held accountable. Here's another one. You wanted to hear and gain contacts for yourself because I know how these people do lie. Down the end, she says, I'm traded and sold for spices. I'm like, what is this? But I do get people say nasty things in anger. But Lord, that was a lot. Me either, love. I make mistakes a lot. I misspeak. And we have to fight for our lives on this app. So I get it. And people catch strays. Strays, Golden. Strays. So most of the audio was manipulated. I'm missing one. Hold on, let me get it. But this is the most important one. Okay, let me see. Let me pull this down. Okay, let me remove this and add another one. Oh, I'm going to come back to this. Come back to this one. This is what I had wrote up to her. Where's your morals now, Golden? Making excuses with Jelly about the reparations comment and racial slurs. Fake morals. I stand on that. They're fucking fake. If you can abandon them because you dislike somebody that they're arguing with, then that's your costume. They're not morals. They are not principles where you can abandon them. So I call out somebody else who's white. And then you go making it okay. Talking about how people want a division. And in the next breath, about how much you were against all of this. Make that make sense. Because your words and your actions do not match whatsoever. At all. You're just a puppet. That's what you are. You were a puppet for people. Let me remove this and pull this one. This is the same one. Let me see. Hang on. Watch it. Resend these to me, will you please? I'm going to send this to you. Resend it to me so because you've one missing. And it's the one about where people say things in the privacy of their own home. People get angry and say things in the privacy of their own home. That's exactly what she says to Jelly. I'm going to show you the receipt now. Watcher, send this on to me, will you please? Yeah, these two, please, watchers. They're the two that's missing. Thank you. Hey, EJ. Hey, Marie, welcome into anybody that I didn't see come in. Hey, Junkyard. Hey, Nick. Didal, how are you? Good to see you. Ah, very good. Welcome over. You're very welcome. And no, if none, exactly here for the show. Yeah. Well, this is somebody who's an advocate, right? Now, one more thing I want to say to you, Golden, while I'm waiting on these other receipts to be sent by email so that I can put them on the StreamYard. Jelly has recently said that she has given you all the information about Star, right? Let me show you something. And how you can go in. Do you not think, firstly, this is what I mean about you being a doormat and about you being a puppet for other people. You have a whole load of stuff that was given to you on the back of Star. Have a look at this. Please bring it to court. Have a look at this. You see this? What does this say? I sent this portion of the Civil Rights Department reminding them to get moving around going live to the media. Read more. That there is her name. Okay? That's the receipt she sent to second person. There it is. That there were the charges that you said you put on him. But that there is not even a legit legal paperwork. No stamp, no seal, the language is wrong. The charges are worded differently, and it's our state. There's two different states. Now let me show you the second one. This is the one I originally showed, and she said that I doxed her. Nowhere is she doxed. It says John Doe, Jane Doe. There's the judge she blamed. There's the charges. Trafficked, pillaged, tortured. That's what you sent to two different people. But they're lying, right? They're lying. Two different people have the same stuff, and they're lying. But that's the stuff that you got taken. That's what you have Golden to go fight on. Do you not think if these people had a case, they wouldn't brought it themselves? Who doxed who? Nobody's doxed there. And playing a song, Jenny from the Block, is not doxing fucking anybody. So try again. People who just come out and lie and show no receipts for fucking nothing and just repeat blindly. And then run along because you're that desperate for numbers and pandering to people to be in your chat that you will sit against the very people that you state that you're against, but you're not. You're not. You're sitting with Jelly while being fully aware what she is. But it's all right, you know, because they're trying to create division while you do 6 fucking hour lives talking about how much this means to you and how passionate you are about it. But then get off live and run over the jelly. Make that make sense. Okay, here's the one I wanted to show you. This is the one that's important for me, because this speaks volumes. So golden. Who was lying on Kimmy's? Because it wasn't me. Who was lying? I'm going to remove some of this so I can add it. See this? So we can just say that you said those things in anger towards a specific person, and the phone call got recorded and only now being used against you. Anyone knows that whatever she's talking about there, okay? They're all agreeing with her. There was AI. First of all, it was AI. You know, when it's not AI, because Jed had a lot of comments like this, had a lot of voice messages specifically around the same topic. Down here, so most of all the audio was manipulated. That's sad. That is so sad that you will go in talking about what an advocate and how passionate you are, and this is what you do with that. There it is. There you go. This is what she says to her. This is the one you said I lied on, Golden. And as you can see, it says I've watched, so you know where she is. I'm going to be honest. I think in our private spaces, we all probably say things that aren't so nice in anger. I think our actions hold the most weight and understanding of what hurts others. As long as there is honesty and understanding, you know, our actions show our character. And I think that's what holds weight. And what's in your heart. Let me tell you something. You had people from your own community, as I stated earlier, on your panel, telling you what she was, telling you what she's done. And that wasn't enough. That's not enough. How many excuses do you need to make for somebody? You go on panel calling me racist because I call out Jelly and other women that are white, and say then that I'm trying to be divisive, but you sit with them and you don't call out anybody who are using microaggressions. Because you know, you're sitting with them, you're hanging with them, you get to go up on panel and give out about me and spill a fucking narrative that isn't true. And that's all cool, you know, while you're out being Raf's bodyguard and playing Whitney Houston. So this is where it came from. This is Maggie pretty much telling her that she said this. Maggie brought this up because I called her out. Okay? Maggie called me racist because I called her out on allowing those people in her chat. So then she built a narrative that I was racist, and you, being the good puppet that you are, ran around with that with no evidence, nothing to show it, to back up with a receipt, other than what Maggie said. So I'm going to play what Maggie says to her, that she made it up. But then she realised that I'd out with white people. She fucking knew all along because I was up on her panel. I had been on her panel. But this is what you do. You come out windmilling for everybody with knowing nothing. Let me get a timestamp here. Yeah, here we go. So this is where Golden admits that this is all down to her playing bodyguard for something that she wasn't around for, knows nothing about, and just wants to insert herself to be some kind of a fucking superhero.
Snoopy racist? You're fucking out of subject. You realize Snoopy is one individual and she does not represent Ireland. You know that, right? But yes, Golden, if you want to answer the question, you can.
Golden couldn't answer.
Well, that's what I was asking you. And I think, like, you know, we do know that there is a textbook definition and clear understanding of what racism is. But I also think that sometimes what could be a problem is that everybody has their own different definition or like borderline of what racism is based off of experiences they may have, things that people do, what they say, and things of that nature. So I feel like, you know, it's always going to be like a 50-50. Some people are going to say, I agree,
50-50.
based off of these actions, behaviors, and how this person presents themselves and treats certain people of a certain race and ethnicity, it comes off and it's perceived to be racist. And then you have another half of that part of people that don't see racism that way. They look at it through a different lens, and so they'll say that that person doesn't, or they don't perceive them as racist. And so I think that's like that with everything. You know what I mean? Even with the xenophobia, there are some people that's going to understand it and see it to be like xenophobic, and then there's going to be some people who are not. Their definition is going to be different. But what should our standard be for us to go by so we can be accurate?
Phantom, hello. And I'm gonna say,
Just before she continues on this, let me be clear. Before I actually ever went as a CC or took this up, I was 3 months being dragged by Maggie and being made content and lied on daily before I ever addressed it. But when I do, I'm racist. No such fucking thing.
there is some racism that is so in your face. Like what 82 has done on his platform and allowed on his platform is blatant xenophobia. But there are racism that are more subtle. There's xenophobia that are more subtle. Like mocking someone's accent, it can be seen as a form of xenophobia, but saying that a whole race of people, a whole ethnicity is treacherous, that's clear xenophobia. So let's say for Snoopy, there could be an argument into racism. Like when I was saying that she was racist, but we had a conversation, so therefore I will say that she is problematic. So
See?
when I was saying that, I was, Blue, be nice. Phantom, what do you want exactly? Can we help
So
you?
you see, she all of a sudden pulled back and calling me a racist because she said she had a conversation with me over on Kimmy's. And from that little conversation where she spent months of campaigning and getting Golden to attack me on every fucking live and to spin a narrative that I was racist, she then thinks that I'm going to sit and have a conversation with her. Absolutely not. No fucking way. Not in this life or the next. There is no fucking middle ground there. Not as if that you haven't done enough to other people. But when you start attacking people's character and using the lowest of the low because you have nothing on them that will stick, or nothing to show a receipt on anything that you're saying about me. Just a victim mentality because I answered you back. And that's it. But then you want to cry racist, and this idiot ran with that.
Are you here for Ralph? So yeah, I could say that about Snoopy because I was saying that if you're going into the sector and you're only attacking every black person you can, and that's your only purpose in the sector, then yes, Maggie thinks you racist. But if you're
She thinks I'm racist, right? When I went over and said to her about Joe with the plantation wife comment. And then the narrative was out that that's not what she said when it was. And thank God 82 was in the chat on that day because he's often referred to it. That is what was said. Then the thing with Stormy, I sent her the song lyrics. I sent her the tweets because I looked into it myself. She didn't want to know. And that's what I said to her, Maggies. And I was about to send her a receipt and Kimmy said, no, it's okay. So I didn't. So how could you draw a conclusion, Maggie, that I was racist when I'm pointing out Joe, Stormy, Jelly, Darcy, Lisa, all white people, the many others that I blocked in my chat, the mods that I dropped from my chat because the association they had in somebody else's Discord. But I'm racist. So running with that then, Golden, and tagging half of YouTube, then it becomes defamatory and it becomes damaging. Because you're trying to paint a perception of me that is not real. Based on the fact that you want some sort of recognition by Ralph. Do you want a gold star? Is that it? You think he's going to come back? And maybe you can throw yourself on the couch at him again? What is it? Because it's given desperation. As a matter of fact, I'm all the way in this continent and you reek of it. That I can smell it all the way over here. Crazy. You brought it up. You attacked me. You came for me. Because of Ralph. And nobody was talking about him. Maggie went over and got him and brought him back. Here's the thing. He might be someone to you. He's not to anybody else.
Different people from all ethnicity, then that doesn't make you racist. It means that you're against the person. And that's the nuance.
And she goes quiet. She's nothing to say. Golden has nothing to say.
So yes. Why do you want Maria to go up, Phantom? Are you too scared to go alone? Can you let the subscriber and the subscriber chat? Like if Maria wants to come up, she can, of course. But she don't have to. Don't you have the cojones to come up alone? Is that because you're scared?
So what you're saying, Maggie, in your opinion, or maybe after reviewing, and getting a better understanding of things, you don't feel as though Snoopy is racist. You just feel as though Snoopy is problematic.
Yeah, because I have a difficulty now because she's right that she be attacking everyone. So I think she's just anybody. A hateful person.
I have never attacked anybody. I have only ever responded to people. That's it. Never attacked anyone. This is how you lose your credibility. Exactly. But remember, this is when she was pandering and ended up over on Phantom's channel talking about how we were going to have a conversation and she thought it was going to be civil. After you causing all this damage, hell no. You sit there and casually lie on people and impact other people and then disregard it. Like you haven't done fucking anything.
So I'm like, because at the beginning, I felt like she was mainly attacking black people.
No, you didn't.
And I had a big problem with that.
First person I came out with, let me tell you something. Before I ever came out here as a CC, Joe and Stormy, I was over on Maggie's panel first. So this is bullshit. This is her rewriting how events played out in the timeline. Complete bullshit.
Hey, Maggie? Can you look up the definition of racism and then look up the definition of prejudice?
Well, you should know, Golden, because she then went over to Jelly's platform the other evening talking about how she used to have prejudice years ago because when she went to school, some young fella was interested in white people and not her. And I don't know. That's your own business. Nothing to do with me. But you helped fill a narrative that was lies. That was bullshit. No receipts, no nothing. You had zero credibility. No, I do have somebody else I want to address. That's you, Golden. I do have somebody else I want to address. In a second, let me pull up these. Actually, I'm going to keep it separate. I have one more person I need to address. And that in itself has a lot of receipts that I need to go through and give it the time to clarify. So I'll be addressing that later. And that again is going to be some home truths and shit that's going on in the background where people are backstabbing because they can't take responsibility for stuff that they've said or trying to play people on the back end. And that person is Polly. And as much as it pains me to say that Maggie was actually right about her, she is. And for anybody that thinks that this wasn't tried to be resolved on the back end, I did try and keep this in the back end. It's not something I would have brought to the forefront. Only this person is around doing the same thing as what she did over there. Looking for allies with white people. And I told her that straight up. She wants to go and paint a narrative about events and how they happened. So I will address this later on. Oh, Polly, you're on the docket. And everything is going up on the screen. You have been two-faced as fuck. I didn't know Polly. Let me make this clear. I never knew Polly. Whatever happened over at Maggie's with Polly, I just didn't agree with her being doxxed. I thought it was lousy that she was doxxed. And that's how Maggie turned against me, because I had said that. I didn't agree with her doxing her mod. I sent Polly an email just saying, hope you're okay. Hope everything is all right. I did address the psychologist stuff with her on her profile, on her channel, when she wrote up about it. I did ask her questions on it. So you see, I don't do anything on the back end that I don't do on the front end. None. Nothing. I'm completely transparent with people. People know that if they're sending me receipts, I will say where I got them. I will give credit to people. But on this, I'm kind of disgusted that I have been here sticking up for you. I'm being very mindful of your mental health. I know we were not close like that, but at the same time, let me be clear. I kept my boundaries with this girl. My boundaries were clear. She was never a mod. She was never going to be made a mod. I did not trust her. That's just me. She might be close with other people, but we weren't close. But that didn't stop me being able to say how she was treated was wrong, or caring about her mental health as a person, which is more than she gave back for me. Instead, she's been in the background messaging many, many people, telling me that I'm two-faced, telling them I'm two-faced, telling them she only wanted to be friends with 3 other people who were white, and I called her out on it. You all remember I did a live saying that I woke up to a message where Polly had written that she had left the channel, that She didn't want me associated with any more false rhetoric of being racist. Well, there's many more that comes from this, and I will be showing them later. This is going to take about an hour, maybe longer. When I say duplicitous, I mean it. Too fucking faced. We'll come on to the chat, be in a Discord in the back, full of kissy faces and full of love hearts, and be in the background stabbing you in the back. Lady T, I want to let you know something, because I actually think that you've been through enough. And I know you're swinging for Polly because you think that you owe her something, but I need to tell you something. She sent me your information asking me to dox you. She sent me your whole criminal record. And the words were, we, whoever we were, to her. And saying that you were coming for us. I don't know who us was. She sent me your whole file, your whole profile. And asked me to dox you. And I didn't, clearly. So while she's over there now and she is playing in your fucking face, as though she was just waiting in the wings for you to be a fucking friend. No, she wasn't. She's duplicitous with everybody. I'm also very aware people are going to be looking at this and kind of going, is this different from Maggie's? I tried to keep this in the back, but no, she seems determined to keep talking to people that will have an effect on me and to be able to fucking attack my character because she cannot take responsibility for the fucking racist stuff she said. And as I've stated, you did say them. I remember some of the stuff you said, not all. I didn't see the second group of comments that you had made until I watched Emmy's. So yeah, you were absolutely right. You were going to be getting the exact same treatment as everybody else. I said that on my live about you. It just so happened that you said you removed yourself because you were pretending that you supported me, remember? I have all the receipts on these and I'm going to be putting them out. In regards to people thinking I do things on just bring it out here for content, I really don't. People and closer are aware that this had been going on in the background. And somewhere I have to draw a line and say, enough. I'm being attacked for standing up for myself, being attacked for just looking out for people. People want to shout they're being gang stalked, cyberbullied, but yet they're all in a group pulling up my information. Having stuff said about, oh, I have a grandchild and this is where I live and this is what my husband does. Who's the gang stalker? But in relation to you, Polly, you're on the docket later. All receipts will be pulled up. But Lady T, you need to have a conversation with Polly. She wanted all your charges brought out here and you as a full disclosure on content. There you go. What you do with that is up to you. But there's more. There is more on how she treated other people who she was supposed to be friends with, who she fucked over there too. So you do have a pattern. And I'm not biased. So yeah, on that, Maggie was correct about you. She was correct. How she went about it was wrong. I don't agree with it at all. She wasn't wrong about you. Even the live where she reviewed you with Phantom. Imagine to actually sit back and look at that and go, Jesus, Maggie's telling the truth there. Because it's rare. But you gave her that. All the lies she called out were true. The stuff that she's put up about what you do is true. Because you've been doing it. And if there's anybody uncomfortable with this, and me saying to her straight up, she's looking for white people to hide behind. She wanted to cut off the other people that she was friends with. And pick 3 of my mods just to be friends with. Wanted to leave a Discord because of me. It wasn't even my Discord. When there was a vote taken about what we should do. As a matter of fact, I brought up the conversation. And I specifically said, let's address the elephant in the room, what's happening with Polly. And people were very aware about her mental health and everybody cutting her off at the one point. That it was agreed she could stay there if she needed somebody to talk to. And that's what I told her after she put the message in. And I had told her, I'm going to show all this. I had told her I hadn't seen it. I needed to go watch it. I also sent her a message saying, I hope you know I have to address you and Risa. I don't do things on the back end. And then you went to other people lying about me. Numerous people, several people, creating a narrative that does not fucking exist. And like I said, I told you in the message that I sent you, you were looking for white people to hide behind. Because if you show up in the black tea sector, people are going to be asking you questions. That's me standing on what I fucking believe. So I don't really give a shit, Golden, if you take this, twist it. I don't give no fucks anymore. And Manny, let me tell you something. I had content here a couple of weeks ago to cover. You'll remember this case because it's Brighton, where you're from, you know, over in England, the UK. Where there were 3 sisters who washed up on Brighton Beach. And that case was really, really suspicious. You know, it's a sad day when I can't cover that because no matter what I say, it's inspected. I couldn't cover them or that story because they were black women. And if I had have brought it here to speak about it, there would have been uproar about it. That is the level of venom that they hold. I'm done holding my tongue. Start bringing receipts or fuck off. Because I'm going nowhere. I'm going nowhere. And if anybody doesn't agree with what I done with Polly and you want to leave, that's fine. I'm cool with that. And I've no problem with people who want to speak to her either. You do you. Same with Vampy. But I am done not being expected to be able to respond without being labeled as something I am not. That's it. Since when did it become acceptable just to lie for content and have people repeat it without a receipt or without any kind of any basis or foundation at all? And that's the standard. That's the standard. That's what you admire. They're the CCs that you look up to and say, this is great. People who fucking lie. People who take money. Make it fucking rain so I can lie to your face. And then when it gets too much, I'll just withdraw it. Just withdraw it. And leave Golden looking like the idiot that she is. Hanging out there on stuff that she has nothing on. So that's where I'm at on this so far. Hey, Corinne. Hey, Lauren. I have enough of this. I am not going to be sitting back and being targeted. And I'm especially not going to be sit back and have you, Polly, work in the background, sending information about me that is not true. It's not true. I have done nothing to you ever, except say I couldn't go against what was shown. Because it is what it is. Your comments are racist. You said what you said. That's on you, not me. And if it's me just being that fucking straight with you, then it is what it is. So yeah, look, I'll be back later today with a full breakdown of all of this, with receipts, full context, everything, including the Lady T stuff. I don't say anything I can't back up, and I hope people know that by now. I don't come in here and just say things for effect. I do not come in and accuse anybody of anything unless I have something to back it up. So that's where we are. As I said, Vampy, I ain't going back and forward with you at all. It's fuck you. Fuck you. You can't expect people to sit there, keep being abused and keep coming back. It doesn't work like that. I'm not associated to Jedi in that way or anyone other CCs. There's many CCs in here that drop in. I support those who support me. I'll show up. I'll say hello. I'll give a like. I engage and I'm gone. People are their own people. They have their own minds. They have their own way that they speak. I don't have to agree with everybody, and I'm certainly not here to take on other people's battles at all, or their history. If it comes at me, it's different. But any problem you have with anybody is on you, Jelly. Sorry, Jelly, I just saw you come in. Jelly. For all the people that are saying that I dox, she just doxed his wife recently. She keeps targeting him every time he puts out the truth on her. And then she'll sit there talking about everybody else and what they said wrong and what they did. And what about this, Snoopy? What about that? What about you fuck off, Jelly? What about that? What about you take accountability for you, Jelly? You have doxed many fucking people. You have called their jobs. You have interfered in their real lives, and yet you sit over there playing a victim. It is what it is. And I am not putting a life out on you because you don't warrant it. You're nobody. You're stuck in that rat hole where you belong. So, Golden, I'm after showing you the receipts for court that Jelly has filled you up with. And again, you continue to be a puppet because if either Jelly or Star had anything to go on, well, don't you think they would have taken a case themselves? And there you go, Golden, again. Let me remove the comment. You see this? See this? There's a number. But I'm a liar. And the people that have those receipts are liars, right? That's the difference with the people over here and the people that are over there. Some people accept anything. It's backed in receipts here. No rewriting history. Cancelled Jedi, exactly. She's a piece of fucking shit and so's her husband. Your husband is no different. And that's one more thing. You brought up my husband. Maybe you should worry about your own because I'm sure he kind of feels away considering you've been trying to jump from man to man to man since you've come out here. You've been through the boxing sector and kicked out. You've tried to attach yourself to many people. And even the ones that didn't want you, yeah, you tried to get intimate pictures of them too. That's how desperate you were. So yeah, you're exactly where you deserve to be. Cancelled. So that's all I want to cover for now. I will be back later. Yeah, the receipts will be shown on Polly later, and I will be more in depth about it. I'm sorry if I missed any of you in the chat while I was explaining what was going on. You were cancelled, Jelly, exactly. They are perfect for each other. Absolutely perfect for each other. Birds of a feather, and they all seem to flock over there. None of them hold each other accountable. Oh, then again, how can you? You're just as bad. One as bad as the other. They've nowhere else to go. And that's how it should be. But then you have people like Golden that'll come out and make excuses and say, oh no, they're trying to divide us. And spend 6 hours talking about what you stand for. And take it all away in 2 minutes on a fucking message. Like this. I'm going to be honest. I think in our private spaces, we all probably say things that aren't so nice in anger. I think our actions hold the most weight and the understanding of what hurts others. Wow. That there is a prime example of why people don't want to address the subject, why people tolerate it, why people like Jelly get to go around different places after she's been cancelled. Because you have people who say they're about something, but aren't. So thanks everybody for coming in. I'll set up a time for the one later that I need to do. I appreciate all of you coming in, and I appreciate you all giving me your time. Have a great day, everybody, and I will be back later. Bye, all.